Can you believe there are vegetables out there that are secretly stealing your energy and making your joints ache? I know it sounds a bit outlandish, doesn't it? Like something out of a sci-fi movie. But trust me, after years of looking into how what we eat affects our bodies, especially as we get a little older, I've seen firsthand the amazing power of food, and also the surprising downsides of some things we think are perfectly healthy. We're often told to eat our veggies, and for good reason. They're fantastic for us in so many ways. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables you've been putting on your plate might actually be working against you, especially when it comes to keeping those joints feeling spry and your energy levels soaring through the roof? Now I know what you might be thinking. Vegetables. How could a humble vegetable be bad for me? And you're right to be a little skeptical, but stick with me, because what I'm about to share with you could truly be a game changer for how you feel every single day. We're going to dive deep into a few surprising culprits that might be contributing to that stiffness in your knees or that mid-afternoon slump. And more importantly, we're going to talk about some amazing, delicious alternatives that can actually boost your joint health and give you that vibrant energy you might have thought was a thing of the past. This isn't about restrictive diets or complicated rules. It's about making smart, simple swaps that can make a world of difference. So let's just jump right in, shall we? Because I want you to feel your best, and that starts with understanding what's truly nourishing your body and what's not. The very first vegetable we need to talk about, the one that might be surprisingly hindering your joint comfort and energy, is actually quite common, and many of us probably eat it regularly, without a second thought. It's the humble, seemingly innocent potato. Now, before you gasp and think I've gone completely mad, let me explain. While potatoes, especially their skins, do offer some good nutrients like potassium and vitamin C, the real issue for many of us, especially as we age, lies in their high glycemic index. This essentially means that potatoes, especially when processed or cooked in certain ways, can cause your blood sugar to spike pretty quickly. And those rapid blood sugar swings can lead to something called inflammation in the body. You see, inflammation is your body's natural response to injury or infection, and in the short term, it's a good thing. But chronic, low-grade inflammation, the kind that can be triggered by frequent blood sugar spikes, is like a constant, low-level irritation to your joints. It can make them feel stiff, achy, and just generally uncomfortable. Think of it like a constant low hum of static in your body, just enough to make things feel off. Plus, these blood sugar highs and subsequent crashes can leave you feeling sluggish, tired, and reaching for that afternoon nap. It's that familiar energy roller coaster that nobody enjoys being on. So while a roasted potato here and there probably won't throw your whole system out of whack, regularly relying on them, especially in forms like French fries, potato chips, or even mashed potatoes made with lots of butter and cream, can contribute to that underlying inflammatory load. And when your body is busy dealing with inflammation, it has less energy for everything else, including keeping you feeling bright and alert. It's a subtle drain, but over time, it adds up. It's not about demonizing a single food, but about understanding how different foods impact our unique bodies, especially as we mature and our systems become a little more sensitive to these kinds of internal fluctuations. This understanding is key to making choices that genuinely support your well-being. And trust me, there are so many delicious, energy-boosting, joint-loving alternatives out there that you won't even miss the potato. But we'll get to those wonderful alternatives a little later. Now, this second vegetable I want to talk about, the one that can be a bit of a trickster, is the tomato. I know, tomatoes are in everything, and they're celebrated for their lycopene and antioxidants, which are fantastic for overall health. But here's where it gets a little nuanced. Tomatoes belong to a group of plants called nightshades. This family also includes bell peppers, eggplant, and some chili peppers. For most people, nightshades are perfectly fine and offer wonderful nutrients. However, for a subset of individuals, particularly those with sensitive digestive systems or certain inflammatory conditions, nightshades can actually trigger or worsen joint pain and inflammation. The theory, though it needs more robust scientific research, is that nightshades contain compounds like solanine, which some believe can irritate the gut lining and contribute to an inflammatory response in susceptible individuals. Think of it like this. Your body is constantly working to maintain balance, and if something you're eating is causing a subtle but persistent irritation, it can show up as discomfort, especially in areas that are already prone to inflammation, like your joints. It's not a universal trigger for everyone, but if you've been struggling with unexplained joint aches, stiffness, or even digestive upset, and you consume a lot of tomatoes in sauces, salads, or even ketchup, it might be worth paying attention to. It's all about listening to your own body, isn't it? Our bodies change as we get older, and what worked for us in our 30s or 40s might not be serving us quite as well in our 60s and beyond. For some, reducing or temporarily eliminating nightshades can bring surprising relief. It's a bit of an experiment, a gentle inquiry into what truly makes your body feel its best. You might find that once you reduce your intake of tomatoes, especially in their highly concentrated forms like paste or heavy sauces, your joints start to feel a little less grumpy, and you have a touch more pep in your step. This isn't about cutting out delicious foods forever, but rather about empowering you with information so you can make informed choices for your own unique well-being. And speaking of unique well-being, let's look at the third and final vegetable we need to consider limiting, especially if you're looking to boost your energy and keep those joints moving freely. This one might also come as a bit of a surprise, because it's often seen as a health food, and that's corn. Now, before you think I'm suggesting you give up your delicious corn on the cob at the summer barbecue, hear me out. The issue with corn, particularly for joint health and energy, isn't necessarily the corn itself in its natural, whole form. It's more about how much processed corn is in our modern diets. Think about it. High fructose corn syrup is in so many sweetened beverages and processed foods. Corn oil is a common cooking oil, often found in fried foods and snack items. Even seemingly innocent corn flakes or corn chips are highly processed. The problem with these processed corn derivatives and corn in larger quantities for some individuals ties back to that inflammation story we talked about earlier. Corn, particularly genetically modified corn and its processed forms, can be higher in certain omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s are essential for health, our modern diets often have a far too high ratio of omega-6s to omega-3s, and this imbalance can promote inflammation in the body. When your body is constantly in a state of low-grade inflammation from an imbalanced diet, it's like trying to run a marathon with the brakes on. Your energy levels suffer, your joints can feel stiff and painful, and your overall vitality takes a hit. So, while a fresh ear of sweet corn from the farmer's market in moderation is probably just fine for most, it's the hidden corn, the corn syrup, the corn oil in countless processed foods that can really contribute to that inflammatory burden over time. Being mindful of these hidden forms of corn can be a really powerful step towards feeling more energetic and having more comfortable joints. It's about being a detective in your own kitchen, isn't it? Looking at labels, understanding where these ingredients pop up, and making conscious choices that align with how you want to feel. Remember, the goal here isn't perfection, but progress. Small, consistent changes can lead to remarkable shifts in how you experience your body and your day. We've talked about a few vegetables that might be holding you back, but don't worry. We're not just taking things away. In the next part, we're going to dive into the truly exciting part, the three amazing vegetables that you absolutely should be adding to your plate for better joints and boundless energy. You're going to love these, I promise. Okay, so we've talked about a few vegetables that might not be doing your joints and energy any favors. The high glycemic potato, the potentially irritating nightshade tomato, and the often hidden inflammation-promoting processed corn. But I promised you good news, and here it is. We're about to shift gears completely and talk about the powerhouses of the vegetable world, the ones that are like nature's own joint lubricant and energy boosters. These are the three vegetables you absolutely want to embrace and add more of to your plate for noticeable improvements in how you feel. Let's start with the first one, a vibrant green gem that is absolutely packed with nutrients and is a fantastic friend to your joints: broccoli. Now you might be thinking, broccoli? I already eat broccoli, and that's wonderful if you do. But let's really appreciate why broccoli is so incredibly beneficial, especially for us as we mature. Broccoli is a cruciferous vegetable, part of the same family as cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. What makes broccoli so special for joint health is its incredible anti-inflammatory properties. It contains compounds like sulforaphane, which is a powerful antioxidant that helps combat inflammation throughout your body. Remember how we talked about chronic inflammation being a silent drain on your energy and a source of joint discomfort? Well, sulforaphane steps in like a little warrior, helping to quench that internal fire. Beyond its anti-inflammatory prowess, broccoli is also an excellent source of vitamin K. Why is vitamin K important for joints? Well, it plays a crucial role in bone health, helping to ensure that calcium is properly directed to your bones, where it belongs, rather than building up in your arteries or soft tissues. Strong, healthy bones provide a solid foundation for your joints, reducing wear and tear. Plus, broccoli is loaded with vitamin C, another powerful antioxidant that's essential for collagen production. Collagen is like the scaffolding for your cartilage, ligaments, and tendons, all those vital components that keep your joints flexible and cushioned. So, by enjoying more broccoli, you're not just getting vitamins, you're providing your body with the building blocks it needs to keep those joints happy and well-maintained. And for energy, broccoli's rich fiber content helps to stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing those energy crashes we talked about earlier. Instead of a quick spike and dip, you get a sustained release of energy, keeping you feeling fuller and more vibrant for longer. Whether you steam it, roast it, or even add it to a stir-fry, incorporating more broccoli into your meals is a simple, delicious way to invest in your long-term joint comfort and energy levels. It's a true superfood, and it's readily available and affordable. Now, let's move on to our second joint and energy powerhouse, the humble yet mighty spinach. Oh, spinach! Popeye had it right, didn't he? While he was focused on muscles, spinach is doing wonders for your joints and your overall vitality. Spinach is an absolute treasure trove of nutrients, particularly magnesium, which is vital for proper muscle and nerve function around your joints. When your muscles are relaxed and functioning optimally, there's less strain on your joints. Magnesium also plays a role in energy production at a cellular level, helping to convert food into usable energy, so you feel less fatigued and more invigorated. But the real magic of spinach for joints comes from its rich content of antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, including flavonoids and carotenoids. These compounds work synergistically to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the body, which, as we've established, is a major contributor to joint pain and stiffness. Think of them as tiny little cleanup crews, tidying up the cellular damage that can lead to discomfort. Furthermore, spinach is a fantastic source of vitamin K, just like broccoli, further supporting bone health and calcium regulation. And let's not forget iron. While spinach contains non-heme iron, which is absorbed differently from the iron found in meat, its high vitamin C content helps with absorption. Adequate iron levels are crucial for preventing fatigue and ensuring your cells get enough oxygen to produce energy. So, a healthy dose of spinach in your diet can genuinely help banish that feeling of sluggishness. You can add spinach to almost anything. Toss it into your morning smoothie, wilt it into your eggs, add it to soups, stews, or simply enjoy it as a side dish. It wilts down so much that you can consume a surprisingly large amount without even noticing it, getting a powerful nutrient boost with every bite. It's truly one of the easiest and most effective ways to nourish your joints and fuel your day. Are you starting to feel more hopeful? Because these are truly exciting additions to your plate, and they taste great too. We've got one more amazing vegetable to talk about, one that adds beautiful color and incredible benefits, and it's a personal favorite for its versatility and how much it can do for your body. This next one is a vibrant delight that will help you stay agile and full of life. And that vibrant delight, the third powerful vegetable you absolutely want to embrace for better joints and boundless energy, is the magnificent bell pepper. Now, when I say bell pepper, I'm talking about all the beautiful colors: red, yellow, orange, and even green. Each color brings its own unique profile of benefits, but they all share incredible properties that are fantastic for older adults. The superstar nutrient in bell peppers, especially the red and yellow ones, is vitamin C. And I mean loads of vitamin C. Did you know that a single medium-sized red bell pepper can contain more than twice your daily recommended intake of vitamin C? This is huge for your joints. As we discussed with broccoli, vitamin C is absolutely critical for the production of collagen. Collagen is the main protein that forms connective tissues like cartilage, tendons, and ligaments, essentially all the squishy, flexible bits that hold your joints together and allow them to move smoothly. Without enough vitamin C, your body struggles to produce healthy collagen, which can lead to stiffer, less resilient joints and potentially more discomfort. So by adding more bell peppers to your diet, you're giving your body the raw materials it needs to keep those joints supple and well cushioned. Beyond collagen, vitamin C is also a powerful antioxidant. It helps to neutralize free radicals in your body, which are unstable molecules that can cause cellular damage and contribute to inflammation. By reducing this oxidative stress, bell peppers help to calm that internal static that can lead to joint aches and fatigue. Think of it as a protective shield for your cells and tissues, and for energy. The combination of vitamin C and other antioxidants in bell peppers helps your body function more efficiently at a cellular level, translating to more sustained energy throughout your day. Plus, bell peppers are relatively low in calories, but high in water and fiber, which helps with satiety and supports healthy digestion, another often overlooked aspect of feeling energetic. When your digestive system is happy, your whole body benefits. Bell peppers are incredibly versatile too. You can slice them up raw for a crunchy snack, add them to salads, sauté them with your favorite lean protein, roast them for a sweeter flavor, or even stuff them with a healthy filling. Their natural sweetness makes them a delicious addition to almost any meal. By making these three simple swaps, reducing those problematic vegetables and actively adding more broccoli, spinach, and bell peppers, you're not just eating healthier, you're actively supporting your body's ability to heal, reduce inflammation, and produce sustained energy. Remember, small changes truly can make a big difference to your health and happiness. It's not about perfection, it's about consistently making choices that uplift your well-being. Think about how easy it would be to add a handful of spinach to your eggs in the morning, or swap out those potato chips for some sliced bell peppers with hummus for a snack, or even roast some broccoli alongside your dinner. These are simple, actionable steps that can lead to profound improvements in how you feel, how easily you move, and how much energy you have to enjoy your life. I really hope this has given you some helpful insights and practical tips you can start using today. I'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite ways to incorporate these amazing vegetables into your meals? Have you noticed a difference in your energy or joint comfort when you focus on these foods? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom can help others in our wonderful community. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips and guidance on living your healthiest, most vibrant life as you age gracefully. Remember, you have so much power over how you feel, and nourishing your body with the right foods is one of the most impactful steps you can take. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep thriving.